welcome to Mission 16. I've entered the final phase of the Kuban campaign, which is called the Novorossiysk-Taman Operation.
The defeat in the summer campaign and the fast-moving advance of the Soviet armies westward puts pressure on the German army in the Caucasus region and threatens to cut them off. This forces German High Command to start the 17th Army's evacuation of the Kuban region and into Crimea on September 6th. Soviet forces begin their Novorossiysk-Taman Operation 3 days later. After 6 days of fierce fighting, Soviet 18th Army units enter Novorossiysk, which has been finally abandoned by the enemy. Amphibious landings combined with ground assaults lead the way. The Soviets push the attack, and German forces withdraw from one defense line to another. Their rear guard holds the Soviets back just long enough to facilitate the retreat without heavy losses. The Soviets try to outflank the Germans and make landings up the coast to try and leapfrog their enemy and cut off their retreat. However, the Soviets failed to stop them, and a full encirclement of the 17th Army on the Taman Peninsula is denied. Having managed to retreat without heavy losses, the German 17th Army completes their evacuation on October 9th. Even though the Germans avoided complete destruction in the Kuban, the Taman Peninsula is now liberated, forcing the Wehrmacht out of the South Caucasus region for good.
That's the history of what happened back in the day. I'm starting this phase with a bomber escort mission, flying the La-5FN ser.2. Our RV point with the bombers is over Stalingrad. The target for the bomb drop is a supply dump at Natukhaevskaya. Once the bomb drop is done, we will cover them back to their base at Kharkov and then RTB. I've just taken off from Stalingrad. I can see the bombers overhead. Once the rest of my squadron is up, I will turn and climb to meet them. I'm now up at 2,700 meters, about to cross the front line. I have eyes on the bombers at my node 10. Novorossiysk is in the distance there. I don't think the rest of my squadron is in position yet, which is not great because we are about to go into enemy territory. I can see a Napa in the distance at my 2 o'clock. There is a big airfield at Napa, so any German interceptors might be coming in from that direction. Starting to pick up flak as we cross the front line. The cloudy conditions have made it quite difficult to spot anything, and I've missed 9 bandits that are heading straight for the bombers now. The lead bomber takes some damage from the flak, then the bandits come in, and one of them collides with the bomber. Tally ho, time to engage. Had to be really careful there not to hit my own men. We've lost another bomber or two, but I think that bandit's going down. I've knocked his rudder off, that's the second bandit going down. My 6 looks clear, so I'm going to turn back in and see what I can find. There's a 109 there attacking my wingman. I'm going to try and help him out. There we go, that's another bandit down. There's another one straight ahead who is also shooting at one of my squadron. I think I've done enough to send him down. Meanwhile, the bombers have made it to target. We've lost 4 bombers and the squadron leader's badly damaged, but they're about to release their bombs. The target is this supply dump here. Bombs away. Not a great bomb drop there. 3 of the 4 bombers lost were on the left side of the formation, and they are the ones that would have hit the target. The bombers are now RTB Kharkov. The bombers are heading back towards us now. There are still a few 109s in the area, including this one up ahead. He's got damage and it looks like he's trying to egress, but it's too good an opportunity to miss. We've cleared out most of the bandits now. There are some planes in my high 10, so I'm going to investigate. It looks like the whole of my squadron is trying to chase after the last 109. There's the 109. He's being shot at. He's just dived. But he has now come back up. I'm going to keep an eye on him and see if I get an opportunity to attack. I think I am now in a position to attack. I got some good hits, but he is still going. The rest of my squadron don't seem to be able to finish him off. Got a bit too close there, couldn't get a good shot. Finally, someone does knock his wing off, and that's the last bandit down. The bombers are en route to their base, Kharkov. We need to head there as well to complete the mission. We've just arrived at Kharkov in time to see the bombers land. 5 planes have made it back, so not a completely successful mission. The lead plane is just touching down now. He's got a lot of damage, but he's made it down safely. Once I've circled the airfield, I'm going to head east back to SsVAK. There we are, mission accomplished. I was credited with 4 kills and I really enjoyed flying the La-5 in that mission. In total, 8 bandits destroyed, but we lost 4 of the bombers and 2 La-5s. Thanks for watching, see you next time.